If you've worked on goal setting, most likely you've also experienced how they can go wrong. I'm Radhika Dath, and in this video, we're going to talk about where goal setting goes wrong and how we can radically rethink OKRs. OKRs, or Objectives and Key Results, is a framework for setting goals and measuring progress. This approach was popularized by Google, and seeing the company's incredible financial success, organizations around the world have adopted OKRs. But even Google has found that OKRs can be harmful. When Google tied OKRs around product usage to people's compensation, people started gaming the system to get their bonuses. To quote Google's Laszlo Bock, the very idea of tying monetary incentives to hitting key results was thus deemed detrimental to both the product and the broader culture. But this only gets to the tip of the iceberg of how OKRs go awry. In a joint paper titled Goals Gone Wild, researchers from Eller College of Management, Harvard Business School, Kellogg, and Wharton caution that goal setting should be prescribed selectively, presented with a warning label, and closely monitored. OKRs often cause product diseases such as hypermetricemia. You may have seen this in your company if your OKRs led you to optimize for a few metrics, but it turned out that those weren't the right goals to deliver a truly great product. Research shows that when you set goals on complex tasks that don't have an obvious answer, goal setting discourages experimentation and limits innovation. What we need is a radical new approach to communicating where we want to go and measuring progress. This is where radical product thinking comes in. Here's how you can apply this approach to harness the power of OKRs without the negative side effects. Step 1. Instead of OKRs, craft a clear vision to communicate the impact you want to have. Often, the company's vision statement is very broad. For example, being the leader in data storage. When you have such a broad vision, OKRs help you communicate the details on what you're trying to achieve. But instead of using your OKRs as a band-aid to the original problem, the right solution is really to rethink your vision. You can write a radical vision statement to help you and your team share the same image of the end state you're trying to bring about together. At the end of this video, you'll see a link to help you write a radical vision statement. Step 2. Align your team and get buy-in on what to measure. Instead of just setting a few goals, which leads to tunnel vision, think of your vision and strategy as hypotheses. As a team, identify the metrics that will help you validate if your vision and strategy are working. Instead of setting goals and targets, agree on what you'll measure to see if your experimentation is working. Step 3. Talk about metrics and what needs improvement. When you set targets for your metrics, it's like having an end-of-the-year exam. Remember those days? People will go to great lengths to cram for an exam to make sure they don't fail. But that's not real learning or progress. Instead, have collaborative discussions regularly on what you're learning and which metrics need more attention. If you take away one thing from this video, it's that if you have a simple product that's the equivalent of stuffing envelopes, setting goals and targets is going to work well for you. But if you have a more complex product that requires creativity, you'll get better results from your team by applying radical product thinking. Radical product thinking is a methodology for building world-changing products. You can get the book on Amazon or from your local bookstore, and you can also download the free toolkit from the Radical Product Thinking website.